Hello and welcome to today's vlog. Actually, today's vlog this time. Today is day number 57. So it's the day after my weigh-in and, well, how am I doing today so far? Well, so far I've had lunch, which is this. And I haven't had it yet, but when I eventually have dinner, that's going to be up here now. There you go. Obviously, anything else I eat at any point during the day or anything like that, like I'll just put in here. If there's nothing, I'm just stood here at an angle like an idiot now. Anywho, yeah, day 57. We're doing okay. I was very, very tired this morning. Just as a bit of fallout really from last night. Like I stuck out the thunderstorm as much as I could. I would have just walked home, but the thing that was stopping me was the fact that, you know, it's that level of thunderstorm is just, it's just ridiculous. Like I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts and sandals. I was dressed for hot weather, and it turned into a full torrential downpour that lasted hours. I mean, we're talking over 4 hours. It was still raining when I got in the cab, and it was still raining when I got out the cab. It was still raining when I went to sleep. There was still thunder crashing and stuff. So, yeah, I think I made probably the best decision. I could have probably just called it and got the cab much earlier, but you know, I kept thinking, oh, it's going to stop in a minute. You know, like I'll call the cab and then guaranteed it'll stop raining, and nah. So, oh, well, you live and learn, right? Yeah, today's fine. Today's okay. As I say, I've been a little bit tired, which has made you know, dealing with Rowan this morning a little bit harder than usual, but it's been perfectly fine, perfectly steady away. Saguta's sent through a link to a website that she gets a discount on TVs, so we might finally be able to look at replacing the TV that the cat broke. Saguta's at work, as she usually is. She ought to be back around about 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, so she'd sent through this link to the new website for where she gets a discount on some TVs and stuff, and some of them look pretty good, but obviously we can't afford anything just at the minute. She's wanting to do a look around Saturn, the like Saturn, the electronics store. It's like Curry's, if you like. Yeah, she wants to go look around there at the actual physical TVs, because this website has pretty much every single TV listed on it. So why not go check them out and see what they look like in person, and what the sizing is like and all that sort of stuff, and check out the mount, because we're going to wall mount it, or I'm going to wall mount it. I don't know if she wants to do that today, because there's a Saturn up at the what you call it? There's a Saturn up at the East Side Mall. I don't know if she wants to go there and then get something to eat, or if she just wants to come here and then we have a look at like a couple of different options and then we go to a different Saturn later on. I have no idea. I guess we'll just see. Yeah, other than that, there's not really any plans for today. Like, it's just me and the boy. I might take him out to a play park because it's sunny. It's very, very bright and it's very warm. Like, even in the kitchen here with nothing on, like I've got the window closed, and just being in a room with the window closed is starting to get me a little bit warm, you know. So going outside in that, I don't know. Like, if I slather him up in lots and lots of sunblock, maybe, but I don't know. I don't want him to overheat. Ah, the joys of being a parent and second guessing yourself about everything, right? Yay. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Right, well, anyway, I'm going to call it here. If I have any update, then I'll chop it in. Hello and welcome back. This is update number 2 of today. Cutting it in a little bit. I am now, having now recorded in the middle of the day and noticed the disparity in lighting from the window over here compared to nothing over here, but still how bright it was and how good the quality on the camera was. Compared to this especially, I definitely need to get some lighting rig, even if it's a temporary thing with clamps that I can just put up here and cast down. Brighten everything up a bit. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. I took Rowan and went up and met Seguta over at the Eastside Gallery, Eastside Mall. I basically just messaged her and said, look, you sent me this link to a TV online store thing. Let's go to Saturn now. Let's have a look, see whether or not they've actually got the TVs in physically. And then we can, have a look, compare, see whether or not it looks like it's good for us without having to spend money and just compare stuff online. And we'll get some dinner while we're there. And turned up and it's very, very warm again. It was honestly, the way I want to describe it is, it feels like you have a bedsheet or something covering your entire body, and walking into the wind is like walking against that. You have this thing that's just billowing around you, and you can't feel a cool breeze through it. It's just against you and warm on you. And that's what it feels like walking around outside at the minute. It is not very pleasant. There is breeze, but it's not cool. It's not cooling in any way. It's just more warm air just pressing against you. And it sucks. It really does. So we went up to Eastside Mall, made sure that Rowan had plenty of water. I got plenty of water when I was there. And then we got dinner. A vegan kofta wrap. I've had it a couple of times. It's really, really tasty. I still haven't figured out how exactly to make it. So, that's going to wait off to one side. But as a bit of a treat for myself, because it was so warm, I got a nice frozen drink. And I don't usually go in for this sort of stuff. I'm usually water or maybe some soda or something like that. But, I've cut down a lot on the soda since I started doing this. I've cut out beer almost entirely since I started doing this, apart from on my cheat days and one day apart from that. And I just thought, what, it's a one-off. If I get the smoothie, it's not the end of the world. I've been doing pretty well. If I go up a little bit, I don't mind so much because I know that overall I'm doing the right thing. This one day, just get a nice frozen cold drink and all will be good. So that's what I did. So I had, you can see it in the photograph that I put up. I had a Tropic Sprinter, I think it's called. Which is quite literally just mango with some mango sorbet and a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's advertised as completely vegan, which it might very well be. There might be some added sugar in there, but I doubt it given the amount of fruit. Seguta, I got Seguta juice from there, a Raspberry Dream, or Himbeertraum, as it's called. My pronunciation's awful, but and that is literally just a juiced amount of fruit. And she enjoyed that. I had a little taste of it as well, just to see what it was like, because I've bought one for her before, but I've never actually tasted it. And so I had my thing from Immigrant. Every single time I go to Immigrant, because it's just salad and starch, and there you go, and it's fine. But she had this, which is from the vegan place that I don't go to, which is called Vincent Vegan, I want to say, or Vegan Vincent, or something like that. And I've avoided them because it is literally just, deep fried stuff and fries, and it uses oil and salt and sugar, and everything is, it looks like your standard sort of takeaway fare, like greasy and oily and ugh. And she got that, which if you're from the UK, you will recognise that as, with a little bit of imagination, you will recognise that as kebab meat and chips, which is doner meat or döner meat, like the big lamb spit things in shawarma places. Strips of that just get sliced off, with sweet potato fries and a garlic aioli. Now, why it's bright yellow, I don't know. But I did sample it. I had a tiny portion, maybe about the size of the first two knuckles of my little finger here, so about this, of the meat substitute, which is spiced perfectly. It tastes like the spiced lamb that you would get off of a skewer. Which, considering the amount of spices that go into those lamb skewer things, perfectly reasonable, perfectly understandable. The garlic aioli is absolutely out of this world. It's beautiful. And the sweet potato fries are just crispy sweet potato fries. Fair enough. And she sat and she ate the entire thing. Like I said, I tried it. I had 2 sweet potato fries, some of the garlic aioli, and that one tiny little piece of meat. And then I had a single fry from what Rowan was having, which again was around about the size of the first 2 knuckles of the little finger there. And yeah, it all absolutely fine. I was perfectly satisfied with eating my thing, but help clean up plates and try this thing that Saguta's got, because she's tried my stuff. And it was their stuff was good. It was just not massively appealing to me in any way, shape or form. The kebab meat thing looked pretty good, just because it actually looks like what I think of as a takeaway, because I used to eat that stuff all the time, like the lamb stripped meat and fries and garlic, and yeah. And that's, why I got to this size, But, it was fine. And while we were sat there, a bunch of the lights went out, and a giant thunderstorm began. After around about 20 minutes, the lights came back on again. We went round, we bought some mushrooms, and I bought a bottle of Coke Zero, just so that I've got something that's in the fridge and really, really cold that I can have little bits of. Got some extra apple cider vinegar because I ran out of that the other day. And Saguta got, what did Saguta get? I can't remember. I think it was a carbonated matcha drink in a bottle, and she's taking that to work with her tomorrow. I have no idea what it is, but so all in all, today has been pretty good. Me and Saguta were going to sit down and watch Chernobyl together, me rewatching it, her watching it for the first time, but she decided against it. She was too tired. So she went and lay down. Rowan went to sleep really, really quickly. He must have been really tired. I think the heat's just taken it out of him a little bit, which is sucky, but and yeah, I've just been sat. I watched the most recent episode of Game Nights, which just got uploaded today after, I think the guy was editing it together for over a week. I want to say something closer to 2 weeks than 1, which is utterly ridiculous. The amount of work that went into editing that is more than some small or some box office movies don't have that much editing going. And there's photographs of the timeline, like Josh, who was doing it, Josh Lee Kwai, he's taken screenshots of his Premiere software, and it's literally like there's like 30 audio tracks that he's balancing and inserting into different places. There's like footage from 17 different cameras or something ridiculous, and it's all split up, and there's the like special effects for all the cards and this, that, and the other. Everything's timed really well. It's it's been a while since I even attempted anything even like remotely close to 100th of the size of that, or used anything like the resources that have gone into producing that. If you like magic, it's a wonderful show to watch because it's just people playing games and having fun. But yeah, obviously if you're not into that, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish off editing everything together because I've got yesterday's vlog to put together and today's vlog to put together as well, which this is a part of, obviously. And then, hopefully I'll be back on track for tomorrow, I guess. Right, okay, well, that's me done with waffling and stuff. And I shall speak to you again tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you've had a good one. Hope it's nowhere near as oppressive and hot over wherever you are as it is over here, because it's really getting old. I long for a British summer. Right, have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.